Welcome to NWA Wildside, the #1 wrestling alternative in these US of A. Stephen Prazak, along with Dan the Dragon Wilson, welcome you to what's going to be an exciting night of wrestling. 1 hour worth, I believe, last I checked. It's set in stone, though, October 20th, here at the NCW Arena, one of our landmark shows. It's Fright Night 2001, already signed, a 4 Corners of Pain match for the Wildside Tag Team titles. Blackout against White Trash and Tank, aka Project Mayhem. 4 Corners of Pain, that means a weapon of destruction on each of the 4 ring posts. Also, Scotty Wren, the Wildside heavyweight champion of the world, takes on the formerly retired and now coming out of retirement, Rick Michaels, the original chosen one. Fright Night is shaping up to be quite an evening, Dan.
Oh, certainly. Also on that card, Adam Jacobs is going to be defending the World Television Championship, scheduled to face Onyx now at this moment, but with Jeff G. Bailey's impending steroid test for Onyx and whether or not he passes it, and I'm sure he will, that match is certainly going to take place at Fright Night 2001. But in case you missed last week's program, here on NWA Wildside, your #1 professional wrestling alternative, you saw the Wildside heavyweight champion, the Ticket Time Bomb, Scotty Wren, retain his title against one of bad attitude, David Young. Also in your main event, you saw another great high-flying tag team brawl between AJ Styles and Onyx against the NWA Elite. This time of All That Adam Jacobs and JC Dash.
Unbelievable. This week, though, on Wildside, your main event. It is Jimmy Rave, the former junior heavyweight champion, and I do have to add that he lost that junior heavyweight championship to JC Daz at the Globe Theater in Atlanta, Georgia on Saturday night, September the 29th. Jimmy Rave, now the former junior heavyweight champion. However, he is facing tonight Jason Cross, your main event this week on NWA Wildside.
Also, Blackout was scheduled to defend the Wildside Tag Team Championships here on this episode against Joey Matthews and Christian York, the Bad Street Boys. Matthews and York are not here, and there's a lot of rumors going around the locker room that they're not going to show up, that maybe, just maybe, they were afraid of becoming part of the body count that continues to rise here thanks to Blackout.
I wouldn't blame him. Who wouldn't be part of that? However, let's not talk about it. Let's do it.
CEO, I understand you have an announcement, so take it away. Well, first of all, I know there's probably a lot of disappointed people here that they're not going to get to see the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Steve Corino. But there's a simple reason for all this, and it's because of all things, he was booked against Scotty Wren. I mean, what the hell is that about? So I got on the phone with Mr. Corino and I told him there's no reason to come down here to get in the ring with a no talent like Scotty Wren. Don't waste your time. We'll see you at the NWA 53rd and everything's gonna be fine from there. But what's not gonna be fine is you, Scotty Wren, because Steve Corino may not be here tonight, but I've got somebody to take his place. You see, Scotty Wren, you've been gone, and you pop back up in here with your little fluke win over Justice, and all of a sudden, because all these people want to chant your name, you think you're somebody. Well, like I told everybody else in that dressing room, let me tell you straight to your face, I'm not gonna fire you, but I will make your life a living hell every single day you're here in Wildside. So Scotty Wren, understand this. You're fighting a war that you can't win. And tonight, the man that I have chosen to eliminate you from the sport of professional wrestling is not just another professional wrestler. He's a monster. He's an animal. He weighs over 600 pounds, and I want him to come down here right now. His name is Iceberg Slim.
My Lord, Jesse Bailey is calling out the 600-pound Iceberg Slim.
You don't stand a chance when you get in the ring with this monster. This is the no pain train. He feels no pain. You cannot hurt him. You can't even get him off his feet. And by God, when he gets you off your feet, he's gonna leave you splattered here all over the ring like one big wet spot. Biz, hold this. I want to show you people exactly what I'm talking about. The no pain train. Come here, Iceberg.
The no pain train? Good God! Bailey is clocking his man, Iceberg Slim, showing you that he feels no pain.
Hurt this man!
Oh!
Ren, what the hell are you gonna do?
Scotty Red has to...
You play, and you're not even staggering. Scotty Ren, this man is gonna kill you.
How much...
That's what you have to look forward to. This is you, Scotty Red, and Iceberg Slim is gonna leave you for dead.
He cracked him wide open with that...
Let me tell you something. If you shut your mouth right now.
The money behind Wildside.
To learn a little respect around here. I'd hate for Mr. Bailey to have to raise ticket prices.
He wouldn't. The heck with Triple B.
Prepare for your death. Where's that idiot at here?
Jeff Bailey drops the bomb, and what, a 600-pound bomb in Iceberg Slim right on Scotty Red. My God, I think Iceberg Slim weighs almost as much as Triple B. Dangerously close. Can't believe Jeff Bailey got the NWA World Heavyweight Champion to stay home. Brings in this monster who's literally as wide as he is tall, Iceberg Slim, and he's facing the Wildside Heavyweight Champ tonight on Wildside. Now what? Lopez having a tete-a-tete with referee Speedy Nelson. He do and he'll clean it up. I got some tissues here. Is that what that is? It's a conversation. Finally, collar and elbow tie-up. Thanks for staying with us. We're in hour number 8 of this match. There's Zabisco indeed. Nice drop toe hold from Dreamer. Nice float over into her front face. Suffice to say, both these competitors are trying to feel each other out. No jokes, please, Scott. Labs isn't here. Yeah, I said no joke. Oh. This takes me back. Lance and Lopez this week on Wildside. Don't expect any quick pins so quite so early on in the match. I believe both guys really want to strut their stuff here this week. Despite what Jeremy Lopez says, he is not that well thought of by the fans in Osaka Pro. They do the same thing to him the fans here at NWA Wildside are doing. He just doesn't speak Japanese. Yeah, he doesn't know what rude things they're saying. I assume they're rude. Look at the float over by Lopez. That's classic amateur wrestling. And Dreamer, nice reversal into a waistlock. Slide out into the ropes. There are no ropes in amateur wrestling. I'd like to point that out. That's true, but it's also not an amateur wrestling match. Hell, we're pros here at Wildside. Well, I understand that. We're pros and cons. He's doing, I beg your pardon, but he's doing the float out, the float over, the escape, the front face. He's amateur wrestling, and then the minute he gets the tables turned, he goes to the ropes. In all honesty, all the float overs, whatever, it's all part of the psychological arsenal of one Jeremy Lopez. Well, knowing Jeremy Lopez is probably all he's got in the psychological arsenal. Wow. Collar and elbow tie-up. Waistlock go behind by Lopez into a full Nelson. Reversal into another full Nelson by Lance Dreamer. And once again into the, oh, look at that. Well, that's one way out of it. Those are the rules of professional wrestling last I checked. He broke it. Kind of, sort of. Uh-oh. Now he's, okay. Gee, where's this one going to go? All right. Lance, do the right thing. You know what to do. That's it. And dropping young Jarrow on his head in the process. Ouch. Hurt you too? Do you feel his pain?
Are they here?
Yeah, they're all here. Along with Budgie Flynn. Okay, enough inside jokes for this 5-minute break here.
Jarlow, very thin skin, letting the fans get to him. Oh, back into the ring the hard way.
Unfortunately for Jeremy Lopez, he takes the emotions of the crowd to heart, and that will ultimately be his downfall. Oh dear! Ooh. A low shot and another shot right to the head knocks down Lance Dreamer.
From the basement to the second floor, Lopez just rocked Lance Dreamer. Now putting the boots to him in the corner, the referee calling for the break. Taking every advantage of that 5 count before breaking that onslaught is Jeremy Lopez.
I think Lopez needs to keep that onslaught a little bit more lively, not giving young Lance Dreamer a chance to gather his wits and get that second win.
Snap on that suplex out of the corner. Lackadaisical cover. Dreamer roll the shoulder at 2.
The pride that Lopez has could ultimately be his downfall here. He needs to be relentless.
A Malenko cover may have won that match for Jarlow right there.
Well, Malenko couldn't make it. He was driving Carino in it.
I don't mean that.
Oh. Maybe Debbie Malenko, but not. Ooh.
Now look at this. Blatantly using the top rope as a chokehold.
It's been done before.
And he has until the count of 5 to break it. Belly to back suplex from Jarlow. And once again with this back press cover. Dreamer rolled the shoulder. What is Lopez trying to accomplish with that back press?
I don't understand. I mean, the few matches that I saw of Jeremy Lopez versus Sacco Pro, he didn't do any of that lackadaisical back cover during for pin attempts. I think he believes that all American wrestlers are weak and not worthy of his talent.
He's an American wrestler. Whoa! Russian leg sweep out of the corner. Cover, no.
Out of the clear blue sky, definitely surprised Jeremy Lopez, but not enough to get that pin.
But look at Lopez, always knowing his ring positioning. Braced himself in the corner, caught him with the boot now into the top turnbuckle. Boot to the back of the head from Lopez.
You certainly don't want to discount Jeremy Lopez. However, Lopez better not be discounting the ability of Lance Dreamer. If he treats Lance Dreamer very lightly, young Mr. Lopez is in for a rude surprise.
Butterfly double underhook up top into a suplex. Hooks the arm, side press, and Dreamer pull the shoulder up at 2.
Maybe if Lopez did a little bit more work on these pins and maybe tied some legs up, he might have had a victory by now.
But Lance Dreamer has really been, whoa, what a drop kick, standing drop kick from Jeremy Lopez.
Picture perfect, hit Lance Dreamer right in the mush.
No, Dreamer, give him every ounce of credit there is to give. He has taken the best that Lopez has to offer and still rolls that shoulder.
I'm not quite sure that the longer this match goes, if it's more to the advantage of Dreamer or Lopez. But I've seen Jeremy Lopez involved in 15, 20-minute matches. Oh dear, a DDT with authority. And both Dreamer and Lopez seem to be down for the count.
What snap on that DDT from Dreamer, but Dreamer still feeling the effects. Lopez has thrown everything and the kitchen sink at Lance Dreamer, but Lopez just took a stiff snap DDT in the middle of the ring. Both men fighting to get up to one knee. Both men back vertical. Dreamer strikes first with a shot to the gut and a right hand. Staggers Lopez. A second one drops it. Oh!
Face first full of turnbuckle. A reversal from young Mr. Lopez.
Oh, man!
And he meets an elbow for his efforts.
Back elbow. Drop kick from the middle turnbuckle.
Dreamer's on fire.
He may smell victory here. Lopez up top. Crossbody, got it. How on earth did Lopez kick out of that?
If you want to put a fraction on that one, that'd be a 2.99 with no problem.
The momentum certainly has shifted the direction of Lance Dreamer. Jeremy Lopez has been staggered. The Osaka Pro superstar being handed his hat here in Wildside.
And the more relentless Lance Dreamer is, pin attempt! Oh, still not enough. More relentless Lance Dreamer is, the more it will pay dividends. I think he has Lopez where he wants him. He better not relent.
Shoots him across. No, reversal. Dreamer into the ropes. Ducks a clothesline. Dreamer ducks it. Go behind by Lopez. Single butterfly into a DDT.
Beautifully done.
Wow, it's over. What a maneuver.
Gentlemen, the winner of the match, Jimmy Rave.
With the single butterfly, wrapped him up, and the DDT. Dreamer had no way to break the impact, and he is still down.
Tommy Rich, I hope the money Bill Behrens gave you is worth showing up October 27th at the Globe on Memorial Drive in Atlanta. I hope it is, because you're gonna need every dime of it when I get through doing to you what I'm gonna do. You see, Tommy, when I think back, I think about the days of me and you running up and down the road at ECW. I think about me and you chasing women around in the bars. I think about me and you going back to the room, getting drunk and just nutty. You know what I'm saying? And I cherish memories like that. But when you get the nerve to let somebody talk you into coming to a building, standing across the ring, looking at me, talking about you want to fight me, then son, I take that personal. Now everybody gonna give you your props. Tommy Rich was once upon a time the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Tommy, gas was 10 cents a gallon then. It don't mean nothing to me. I don't give you nothing, Tommy, but one promise. I'll beat your ass beyond recognition when you come to the Globe. Bring them little snotty-nosed kids of yours, bring that wife of yours, bring all them bastards that you got in your family, and watch what I do to you. You see, winning and losing this night don't mean nothing to me. I don't care. If you pin me, Tommy, 1, 2, 3, don't mean jack to me. What's gonna mean something to me is when I take a fork and stick it in your head and split it open to the white meat, then you're gonna understand that I'm on a mission. I'm gonna hurt you, Tommy. And don't take it personal. But trust me, when you leave the Globe that night, if you wake up in Grady or if you don't wake up, remember why it happened. You could blame Bill Behrens for this because you was dumb enough to get your ass in the ring with me, and I'm gonna be fool enough to take you out. Your ass is mine on the 27th. Count the days, Tommy.
TNT, Tony Strato and Todd Sexton. Here they go, going straight.
Texas, Tony and Todd, TNT.
The Lost Boys of TNT going at it. Both members of G-Rated on the apron. Decided to let the other two tag teams fight it out. G-Rated making all these threats about doing some sort of high-flying moves. And they have jumped, they have done double planches onto the floor. That's brilliant.
No water in the booth. As I dodge my way through that minefield that was the outside ring area. Oh, Gabriel goes hard into the guardrail.
Water in the pool. I seem to see a couple of puddles around the bodies of G-Rated. I don't believe it's water.
Of course, we know this intense rivalry between TNT and the Lost Boys.
I don't know if G-Rated want to get involved in this rivalry.
Three-way dance top tag team contendership for sure going to be considered. The winner of this outcome here is certainly going to be considered a top contender to the tag team championship here in Wildside. Big drop kick, nobody home for Todd Sexton.
I mean, suffice to say, the feud between TNT and the Lost Boys has been going on for literally weeks here at Wildside. No resolution to that feud yet. Maybe here tonight, but you got to throw in the team of G-Rated into this new equation.
Well, it started off as a friendly acquaintance due to the fact that they had mutual enemies in the Cole brothers. TNT and the Lost Boys were friends at one point. They were scheduled for contendership matches against one another, and once for the Wildside Tag Team Championships. And what they had were called bar-raising matches, and of course the bar-raising rematch at the 2-year anniversary classic. The feud has intensified so much since then. The Lost Boys have really just shown this demonic side that we didn't know, well, we knew they had, but didn't know they had to this degree. TNT and the Lost Boys liking it up, and G-Rated caught somewhere in the middle. Todd Sexton on the top turnbuckle.
Kid Ecstasy and Todd Sexton hooking it up this week on NWA Wildside here at the NCW Arena in Cornelia, GA.
Leapfrog, big chop, double knife edge, down goes Kid Ecstasy. And G-Rated is all about the fun and they're all about the games. But as we've seen here, TNT and the Lost Boys, they're not here to play. And G-Rated is going to find that out the hard way tonight.
G-Rated are coming in here with no shortage of confidence, surprisingly. I still think they're in this, and involved in this mess that they really don't want to get involved in. I know they want to move up in the tag team ranks, but to get involved in the war between TNT and the Lost Boys, it's quite a way of going about it.
What a drop kick there to the sternum of Kid Ecstasy. His tag team partner, Kid Cool. The collective age of G-Rated can't be over 25. But nevertheless, they're young and squeaky clean. And I guess the television show needs that in this horrid day and age. We live it.
And both members up there, Todd Sexton up top. Beautifully timed missile drop kick. Leveling Kid Ecstasy, and Kid Cool meets his tag team partner unceremoniously in the middle of the ring.
Death Valley driver on Cool, and Ecstasy was the target there. Look at the intensity here in the eyes of the Lost Boys. Well, I guess that means Todd Sexton was tagged out, or Gabriel was tagged in, and I'm not really sure where Thomas's decision here is on this tag here, on this exchange.
Andrew Thomas is losing control of this match early on, which I know is part of his MO.
Oh my goodness! Turn forward, oh my goodness!
Kid Ecstasy was 16.
Nagasatoru combination leg drop by the Lost Boys on the outside of the ring. Kid Ecstasy's got to be dead.
Or damn close to it. Cool's looking after his fallen partner as the TNT Lost Boys feud continues on unabated this week on Wildside.
And of course, it's not official, but from the rumors I've been hearing, it's going to be TNT taking on the Lost Boys at a Fright Night 2001, Saturday night, October the 20th, right here at the NCW Arena in Cornelia, Georgia. Another Nagasatoru, he holds him, and Kid Cool gets drop kicked square in the mush.
I believe the team of G-Rated now regret the day they signed up to this three-way dance.
The Lost Boys in control, once again showing that mean streak, that malevolent nature. Kick to the face by Azrael. Springboard, comes back with a leg lariat. Kid Cool goes down and goes down hard.
Who wouldn't go down? And Todd Sexton in to break off that pin attempt. Big hello to the Wildside fans watching us every week in Las Vegas on KTUD TV every Saturday night at 9 o'clock.
Brainbuster by Azrael. Tag made into Gabriel. These two individuals on a mission. They're out here and they're in a trance. It's so bizarre to see the method that these guys, they live their lives like this. I mean, you watch them walking around in the dressing room, exact same thing, in a trance. Big sandwich for Kid Cool.
And Kid Cool is hanging over the top rope like laundry on a clothesline.
God almighty, hold the mail.
Okay, the mail's hold. What a strange
head sandwich.
What a strange thing to say. Oh, I get it, the sandwich. Got it. They'll be needing the Mayo Clinic at the rate they're going.
Looks like Kid Ecstasy's been tagged, but Gabriel doesn't know it. Drop kick to the butt.
Sometimes when you're one of the Lost Boys, you might be more lost than you give yourself credit for. A lackadaisical pin from Kid Ecstasy up top, but Ecstasy has felt an awful lot of punishment as this match progresses. I think it's a testament to G-Rated. They're still kicking.
Douglas clothesline by Gabriel and another kick to the midsection. Irish whip. He comes, look at this. Oh my goodness, elevated rocker dropper by Kid Ecstasy, beautiful maneuver. And he told me to make sure and make it clear to you that the G stands for good looking. I'm not agreeing with it, I'm just relaying a message.
Okay, yeah, I know we hear about it week after week.
Gabriel in a lot of trouble here. G-Rated. Double flatliner. And nicely executed. The two kids, certainly have a lot of talent. A little tongue-tied here this evening.
Well, I can understand that with incredible action this week here at Wildside. A three-way tag team dance. Obviously with the winners moving up in the ranks of the tag team scene. And this tag team scene here at Wildside is in fact a brutal one.
Snap suplex by Kid Cool still to come in this hour. Blackout was supposed to take on the team. Oh, wait a minute! Great squirrel! Gabriel out of the way! Blackout was supposed to defend the Wildside tag team titles against Christian York and Joey Matthews. However, York and Matthews are not here. They're not in the building. I don't know if they're coming. I don't know if they plan to be here. But Blackout, I've been handed a note that they've got a statement regarding that issue later on in this hour, in this edition of Wildside.
Do you know if they're really angry or ticked off about anything? Well, they're always ticked off about something. But think they're ticked off about Matthews from New York not being here?
That's a very good possibility.
Oh, dear.
You know, an angry Blackout is a Blackout you don't want around, and that's for sure. Big kick.
Even when they're happy, I don't want to be around those guys. One of the most lethal tag teams ever. Hell, as a matter of fact, they are the Wildside Tag Team Champions.
Tony Stradlin in the ring, and Kid Ecstasy takes him down with a clothesline. Kid Ecstasy's getting a number of fluke offensive maneuvers here, and he's taking advantage of him, so, you know, got to give him credit for that. Irish whip reversal, springboard. He's caught by Stradlin. Head scissors, and down goes Tony Stradlin. Beautiful maneuver by Kid Ecstasy.
Where did Ecstasy get that from? And after landing on his head on that very large beak of his several times, I'm quite surprised. He's got it in him.
Ecstasy showing a more serious side to some degree.
I believe Kid Ecstasy wants to fly.
He's on the top. Nobody home on a guillotine leg drop.
Kid Ecstasy lands butt first, right in the middle of the ring. Doesn't have much of a butt, so I hope it didn't hurt that much.
Double Irish whip. Off he goes. He's got him up in the air. Oh, double power off. What a maneuver by TNT.
Kid Cool in to break up the pin. And it's Kid Cool all by himself against TNT.
Look at this maneuver here. What's this going to be? Oh, my goodness. Pair of spears by the Lost Boys. Double super kick by G-Rated.
G-Rated are in fact holding their own in this three-way tag team dance, much to the surprise of the throngs here at the NCW Arena.
It's like Ecstasy going for a suplex in the ring. Kid Cool working over Gabriel in the far corner. Tony Stradlin is up. What's this going to be? A big Suton bomb. And Todd takes it as if now. Neckbreaker variation and beautifully executed. But Gabriel's got a pinfall on Kid Cool as well. Fuck it up.
Yeah, Todd and Tony do not want to lose this match without having taken the pinfall themselves, certainly. All three teams now on the floor. Referee Andrew Thomas losing total control of this match. It looks like all three teams are on the verge of being counted out. It's Todd Sexton and Azrael on the right. Tony Stradlin and Gabriel on the rampway. G-Rated on the floor trying to shake the cobwebs loose. Cool and Ecstasy coming to their feet.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God. No. Look, G-Rated won this three-way dance.
That was a valiant effort, but I'm shocked. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match as a result of a countout, G-Rated.
And I don't think either one of them realized they won the match.
Amazing.
Well, wonders never cease. In an hour where we saw Mr. Delicious actually win a match, we have now seen G-Rated with their hands raised victorious in a match three-way tag team dance with TNT and the Lost Boys, and the celebration continues.
Well, it's the happiest day of their lives, what little they've lived.
They're trying to procreate with Andrew Thomas.
God help us all if that bestial spawn was ever released on the earth.
What could you imagine the offspring of that? Oh boy,
Louise.
ugly sight. The Wildside Tag Team Champs, they're Blackout, they're next, and boy are they salty.
Well, as you may have read on the internet or seen on many advertisements, Blackout was supposed to defend the Wildside Tag Team titles against Christian York and Joey Matthews. But the Backstreet Boys aren't here. So, at this time, I'd like to bring out a very irate Wildside Tag Team champions, Rain Man and Homicide, Blackout.
Dan Wilson bringing out the team of Blackout for, I guess, for an impromptu interview. They are the Wildside Tag Team Champions. And Dan, you are one brave soul, my man, holding the microphone for Homicide and Rain Man. As the team of Blackout argue with their nemesis at ringside, the South Atlanta Boys. Great die-hard Wildside fans they are. They literally travel all over the Southeast to catch this incredible Wildside action. And a big hello to all the Wildside fans up in Rochester, New York, watching us every week on WBGT Channel 40 every Saturday night at 1 a.m. Dan Wilson is all of a sudden getting some cold feet, realizing he is, in fact, holding the mic for the Wildside Tag Team Champions, Blackout. And it is Homicide coming out with that barbed wire bat. An ominous sight indeed. Interestingly, Homicide's actually wearing a white trash shirt. Suffice to say, neither Homicide nor Rain Man are white trash fans. Dan Wilson decides to take his leave. Good career move, Dan the Dragon.
Check this out. We had every intention of coming out here and kicking some pretty boy ass. But when the bad street boys heard who they were facing, oh my God, they pissed.
He didn't say that.
Shut your mouth, fat boy. I'm already mad, and I'm gonna come out there and beat you down, Orca. Now, we have a little bit of business to handle. The body count, as you all know, keeps going higher and higher. But there was a job that hadn't been finished, and we aim to please. And at Fright Night, Project Mayhem will get the ass kicking of their lives, because this kind of match, 4 corners of pain. Me and this nigga right here, we hang on the corner of pain in the Dark City. So you have no earthly idea what it's like. Now see, shut the hell up. Now that we're all dressed and ready to do some battle, send some meat out here and let these hungry ass sharks kick up in somebody's ass.
The team of Blackout wants some meat. That's a way of putting it. And it's Cooter and Kevin Hardner. And if it's meat they want, it's meat they're getting.
Cooter, Calhoun, and Kevin Hardner, former tag team partners of the Platoon, as they decided to do a little reuniting.
Not for much longer. Might reunite 6 feet under at the rate they're going.
Oh, dear God.
And the meat they want, the meat they're getting, the Wildside Tag Team Champions, opening up on Cooter, Calhoun, and Kevin Hardner. Oh, this is ugly. This is getting ugly, Dan.
I guess the New Jack influence is rubbed off. Oh my goodness.
That'll get you arrested. I'm sure both Kevin Hardner and Cooter Calhoun would hope to make some sort of impression on the heads of Homicide and Rain Man, but not tonight. Oh, the referee's coming in, trying to break this out, trying to break off this card. Oh, good Lord. Even the referees are falling prey to the attacks of Blackout. Oh, Dan, the stealing line from Gordon Solie here. We got to get some sort of order restored here. We got the rest of the hour to tackle here.
This is not an official match.
Yeah, no kidding.
And poor Cooter Calhoun.
Wait, I hear the sound of Project Mayhem. What? I didn't even see them in the dressing room. I didn't even know they were here.
Sometimes violence can be beautiful.
It certainly can be. Oh, they are here. It's White Trash and Tank, the team known as Project Mayhem. And yes, they are scheduled to be facing the team of Blackout for those Wildside Tag Team titles in a 4 Corners of Pain match at Fright Night here at the NCW Arena on Saturday night, October the 20th.
Weighing at 202 pounds, he is the role model, Jason Cross.
A self-professed role model, we might point out, is Jason Cross. seemingly obliged to take on the old guys of AJ Styles in literally everything he does. Despite the fact that Cross is an amazing athlete, doesn't need to steal anything from anybody, but lo and behold he does. He's trying to get the goat of AJ Styles, but tonight, he's got Jimmy Rave.
Weighing in at 186 pounds, the former Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, the original Iceberg, Jimmy Rave.
Your main event this week on Wildside, Jimmy Rave and Jason Cross. Two of the most stellar athletes you'll find in any organization, and we got them right here for you on NWA Wildside. Unfortunately, the specter of the new owner and CEO of Wildside, Jeffrey Gaylord Bailey, walking around ringside, getting the ire of everybody who walks by.
Well, he said he's not going to fire anybody, so thank God for that.
No, he doesn't want to fire anybody. He wants to make everyone who disagree with him, they want to make their life a living hell. And he's doing a darn fine job.
He's been doing that since day one.
Yes, because he came out of the womb. I assume it's a womb he came out of, and not a rock.
Should be a tremendous, high-paced junior heavyweight matchup here.
Is this ever, maybe you could correct me, is this the first meeting ever of Jason Cross and Jimmy Rave?
On Wildside Television, yes, it is.
So they have met each other in other events somewhere down the line. So there's some familiarity with the offensive maneuvers of both opponents.
It's whipped by Rave. Cross comes off. Hangs onto the ropes. Oh, but Jimmy Rave telegraphed that maneuver.
Jason Cross takes a header.
Jimmy Rave's coming off. Oh, no. Oh, no, he kicked over the clutch. Oh, hurricane run, a beautiful counter by Jimmy Rave on the floor.
A Styles clash or a cross clash or whatever you want to call it on the floor has got to be ugly indeed. Jason Cross somersaults into the security railing, nearly runs to the laps of the South Atlanta boys.
Good grief.
Pretty ample laps those are, too.
Hey, leave the SATL boys alone. They're my homies.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for the update.
Oh, high cross body by Jimmy Rave.
Looks like Jason Cross was attempting one himself, but Rave comes up on the top of that encounter.
Well, Rave had the G-force going in there, had more gravitational pull coming down across Jason Cross. Big super kick by the role model in heavy quotation marks.
I don't know anybody here at the NCW arena who feels that Jason Cross is their role model. Do you know anyone who thinks that? Other than Jason Cross, perhaps.
Maybe Jeffrey Bailey.
Yeah, Jeffrey Gaylord Bailey. Can't believe it. Middle name Gaylord. Gaylord. Unbelievable.
That's his middle name?
Yeah.
No way. Wasn't he a really bad wrestler in Texas? Nevertheless.
What a coincidence. We have a really bad manager here in Wildside. His same name.
Baseball slide drop kick by Jason Cross. Oh no! He could be called for one of the most spectacular maneuvers I've seen. The shooting star on the floor.
Is it worth that high-risk maneuvering in order to get the go to Jimmy Rave? When you can't pin him on the floor, you have to pin him in the ring. But Jason Cross is going in taking way too long, giving Rave plenty of time of gathering his second win.
And we know Jason Cross been involved in that bitter feud with AJ Styles, the true role model of Wildside.
Perhaps that Jason Cross's focus is off a little tonight because that AJ Styles thing has been going on for so long. But tonight, his opponent is the former junior heavyweight champion, Jimmy Rave, and that is a handful indeed.
Up and over, took him a clothesline. Goes for a kick, enziguri, Rave blocks it, inverted enziguri by Jason Cross. Absolutely spectacular.
That knocked the former junior heavyweight champion completely goofy. But Jason Cross is taking things way too slowly. I think he's interested in more administering more punishment than necessarily winning the match early on.
And a lot of people wondering why Jimmy Rave not with that junior heavyweight championship. You had to be there Saturday night, September the 29th at the Globe Theater. He was defeated in the ring via the threshold of pain at submission hold by J.C. Daz for the junior heavyweight champion. Daz is the champion.
I believe that's true. I believe the first ever time that a Rave has ever submitted.
Yeah, it definitely has been. And not only that, but you never know what you're going to see at a Wildside live event. A title change right there at the Globe Theater. J.C. Daz over Jimmy Rave by submission.
Exactly. There have been a lot of title changes in Atlanta, Georgia over the years in various venues. However, we also return to Atlanta, Georgia at the Globe Theater on Saturday night, October the 27th, with a special attraction of New Jack facing former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Tommy Rich in what is sure to be a bloodbath of major proportions.
Inverted suplex. Now roll the dice. Beautiful combination by Jason Cross. Cross is such a phenomenal athlete.
He certainly is. He doesn't need to be stealing the vibe of AJ Styles at all. He's got so much. He brings so much to the game on his own. What does he have to steal from someone else?
Well, hold the phone here, but I've got a theory.
Uh-oh. Let's have it.
An intelligent maneuver by Jeff G. Bailey. Because Jason Cross getting under the ire, getting the dander of, oh, beautiful bulldog counter by Cross. Getting AJ Styles upset has put Jason Cross in his targets. And you know, when AJ Styles is on top of Wildside, if Jason Cross is attacking him and wrestling him, he is also on top. Jason Cross has used this via Jeff G. Bailey to weasel his way into superstardom.
Well, that's right. In all honesty,
it's a shortcut, but
it gives him a bit of a psychological advantage. But AJ Styles has faced opponents of much bigger, a much larger size than Jason Cross. He has seen it all, literally, AJ Styles has. And he has been remarkably cucumber cool throughout it all. You remember all those interviews we've seen in the recent weeks? He just tells Jason Cross to watch him. Just watch him.
Well, obviously he's been doing that.
How could you not watch the phenomenal AJ Styles anyway?
But Jimmy Rave in the ring, and we've said it before and we'll say it many times more, but Jimmy Rave has to have the biggest heart per ounce in Wildside. I mean, this guy, 186 pounds. He's not the biggest guy on the roster by any stretch of the imagination. Cross ducks a clothesline. He kicks him in the midsection. Double underhook, rocker dropper. What a move by Jason Cross. But Jimmy Rave has that heart, and he's got that determination. And despite his relatively small frame, he will never give up. He will never, he will reach in as deep as he can go. And he's got courage beyond his size and beyond his years.
And to give him even a little bit more credit, Dan, he's actually got quite an incredible offensive arsenal, too, that throws a lot of opponents off the track. And Jason Cross is the most recent example.
Corkscrew moonsault, 450 splash, but nobody home. Still an impressive maneuver by Jason Cross, but little good it did it.
That's great if you're trying to pin the mat. That'd be kind of surreal, wouldn't it?
I don't know what channels you've been watching after hours, buddy.
That Dish Network thing has been quite discouraging in my house, don't I tell you? Wait, now that's fists are flying. This week, your main event on NWA Wildside.
Look at Jimmy Rave fighting back. That's what I spoke of. There's the heart. There's the determination. He is not going to give up until he cannot possibly continue.
A spinning heel kick hit Jason Cross right in the ear, knocking off that equilibrium and that balance. Jason Cross is wobbly. However, he still finds it in his heart somewhere to get a foot on the side of the head of the former junior heavyweight champion.
Oh my goodness, there's that, oh, the moonsault drop kick. But Jimmy Rave followed through with a beautiful clothesline, taking Cross off his feet.
I don't think Cross anticipated this fight out of Jimmy Rave, but he's getting it. He's getting it in spades.
Sunset flip by Jason Cross. Rave rolls through, and a pinning combination. Cross bridges up. Almost lost his footing there, but he follows through with a backslide. And a kick to the midsection. What a low blow, but what have we come to expect here from Jason Cross? Northern Light suplex. Only a 2.
Boy, that was quite a counter clinic, you might say. From the former junior heavyweight champion, Jimmy Rave is playing a killer. Who's playing with the PA? J.C. Daggs, who is the junior heavyweight champion, having won that on September the 29th in Atlanta, Georgia at the Globe Theater. He's making his appearance known and getting involved in this match. And takes a header for his ability.
Wait a minute, but Cross was paying attention. He's got the Cross Clash.
Or the Styles Clash if you prefer, onto Jimmy Rave and defeats the junior heavyweight champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match